Hi, this is Kieran. In this video, we'll be covering 7 altcoins that have massive potential in May. We'll be looking at the technical analysis side of things and why I believe those coins are going to explode. And maybe for some of the coins, I'll also throw in some fundamental reasons why I believe the current prices are way too low for where the coins could go. If you like this type of content, I highly recommend that you subscribe. If I get a lot of likes on this video, maybe something like 100 plus, I will definitely be doing another video where I look at low cap coins, those less than $100 million that can explode in May. This video is brought to you by Aave.
The money in your bank or under your mattress loses in value. That's why you need to meet Aave. Aave is like your bank in the DeFi space where you can earn high interest rates by lending your crypto in a permissionless savings account. At the moment, I'm earning 5.6% on my funds on the Aave platform. It's super easy to use. With an Ethereum wallet and just a few clicks, you can start earning high interest rates on many different cryptocurrencies. Try out the Aave platform by clicking on the link in the description below and start making your money work for you.
Let's jump in and start with the Bitcoin dominance, as that is one of the most important factors showing how long this altcoin season is going to last. Like I mentioned in a few videos, we actually broke below the 50% dominance for Bitcoin, which is very important. The lower Bitcoin falls in dominance, the higher the altcoins are going to pump. So the altcoin season is probably going to last all the way down to the 39% level. So all the way down here, as soon as we reach this 39% level, it's possible that Bitcoin will bounce off of this and we might see a bit of a correction. So all the way down here, maybe what you can do is always monitor how Bitcoin is performing in terms of dominance of the whole market. And when we actually reach this range here, you might consider like scaling a little bit out of those more risky shorter term coins that you're holding and think about accumulating some BTC or ETH. Always think about it like this. The idea of these altcoins is to accumulate more BTC and more ETH, but it's definitely not a suggestion to just like jump in, go all in onto these calls. This is just my opinion, not financial advice. And it's mostly geared to people that have already been in the market for a few months or a few years, and not for people just like wondering, all right, is it the best time to buy ETH or a UNI right now? And me personally, I think dollar cost averaging is the best thing to do. You never really know what could happen. Something could correct 20-30% and you're already down. But yeah, let's dive right in. If you want a list of all the coins, look in the description below and you can jump to those that you find valuable. Make sure to subscribe, like, and let's jump right into it. So the first one that we're looking at is none other than ETH BTC. I'll also be looking at the BTC pair, sometimes also the USD pair, because it's really important that the altcoins perform better than BTC during this altcoin season. Otherwise, it makes no sense to hold those altcoins. ETH, however, is decoupling from BTC, and in my opinion, it's probably not really an altcoin anymore, but we still got it in the bunch because it looks just like super juicy in May. Now, when I actually looked at the charts, I was looking at it 1 or 2 days ago and it was just like barely breaking out, and today we've had like a very nice pop, nice volume here. If we look at the volume indicator, and ETH BTC actually broke out of this downwards trend line. And I think this is really great because that gives Ethereum a lot of opportunity to grow in relation to BTC and outperform BTC. It has already been outperforming BTC since the beginning of the year, and during the last 12, 16 months, it's just been outperforming BTC. And I don't think this is going to stop because the use cases, the fundamentals behind Ethereum are just like incredible. There's a lot of adoption, there's a lot of software updates that are happening on the Ethereum ecosystem. You've got the growth of the DeFi space, and then you've also got the transition from proof of work to proof of stake. So a lot of fundamentals Institutional investors are starting to flood in because they realize the value proposition behind Ethereum and all of the use cases. In my opinion, the flippening is going to definitely happen in the next 2 years, maybe sooner, we don't know. But $1 trillion market cap is definitely possible. But what I like to see here is, if you want for a short-term play or a long-term play, doesn't really matter, but the technical analysis side of things at the moment looks very bullish for Ethereum. So definitely make sure that you've got some ETH in your portfolio, and if you were thinking about selling, maybe wait and actually start like scaling out a little bit as soon as we touch these resistances. So the first one is going to be 0.124 and then 0.149 here. So maybe place some alerts below that if you want to scale a little bit out, as it's possible that when we touch those, we will have a little bit of a retracement. But I do believe in the long run, longer time frame, we're actually going to break past those. But this is already very great. If we look at UniBTC is also looking very bullish. On the fundamental side of things, UniV3 is coming out soon. So if we look at UniBTC, this is definitely a little bit less bullish than when we're going to look at the UniUSD chart, but it's still very good. We're above the previous resistance, which was 67,000 sats, and now we're actually going to retest the next resistance at 77,000 sats. Now, if we look at the USD pair, we actually broke above the previous all-time high of $42. And this is really great, especially with UniV3. I think May is going to be extremely bullish for Uniswap. And Uniswap is one of the biggest decentralized exchanges in the DeFi space. It's got a crazy amount of trading volume every day, actually outperforming many banks and also Coinbase as a decentralized exchange. And UniV3 is going to bring so many better features that will increase the amount of liquidity, and it also will decrease the slippage on the Uniswap deck. So I believe June is going to be very bullish for Uniswap. Next up, we've got BNB, centralized exchange token. But not only centralized exchange, it's also powering the DeFi space on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, Binance has been, or the BNB token has been part of my incredible wealth video that I brought out at the beginning of the year, where BNB was actually at $30, something like that. And since then, it's performed phenomenally well. But I don't think the growth for BNB is going to stop anytime soon for multiple reasons. If you haven't already noticed, the Binance Smart Chain is just like taking off like a rocket. Many of the exchanges have super high transaction volumes. You might like it, you might not like it, doesn't really matter. It's still being used because of the low fees. It's one of the only thriving DeFi spaces for people that are not rich. Ethereum is great, but you do need to be rich to use Ethereum at the moment. So in terms of BNB BTC, we broke past the previous resistance and now we're trading above it. So I do want to see a lot more volume, but I do believe May is going to be also very bullish for BNB, and we're going to have a similar rally as we saw back in April, as this is just going to be the next push upwards. BNB reduces the fees for traders. The more traders are using Binance, the more BNB they buy. You can also earn some passive income by locking up BNB on Binance platform, and you can also trade and earn incredible yields on the Binance Smart Chain, but you do need to have the BNB token in order to pay for gas. So a lot of use cases, this would definitely outperform a Bitcoin in the next months, especially in May. Next up is Aave. Even though I'm being sponsored, I'm not promoting their token. I just think it's a fantastic project on its own, and I think it just performs really well. It's the top liquidity provider for flash loans. You can earn super high interest rates by lending your money. Now, of course, people say, yeah, but it's not the highest in the DeFi space. Yeah, of course, it's true. It's not like 100, 200% APY, but it's one of the safest and one of the only platforms I would be willing to put like more than 100K US dollars on it and sleep sound and safely at night. But yeah, even though I'm sponsored, I still truly believe in the project. And I'm not telling you to buy the token in any form or shape, but using the platform is definitely useful. However, if we look at the technical analysis side of things, Aave USD is performing really well. We're going to soon break above the previous all-time high. Those are all wicks, and we're just now above the previous resistance, which is at $530. So we barely broke past that. And I would like to see a lot more volume, but I think Aave is just going to be really well-performing asset. Furthermore, they've got a massive treasury of, I think, over $1 billion US. So it's going to be interesting where they're going to actually put that money to work to make sure that the Aave platform thrives even more. They've also got the Aave platform on the Polygon sidechain, so that's going to increase the utility of the Aave platform. And I believe they're going to expand to other DeFi chains. You've got possibly Phantom, then you've got the upcoming Cardano that they might also put their platform on it. So I believe 2021 is going to be incredibly bullish for Aave. Next up, we've got Kucoin. This is an exchange token similar to BNB. It offers traders to benefit from trading fee discounts by holding the Kucoin token. And I believe you can also stake the Kucoin token. So I think Kucoin is going to perform really well. Maybe not as well as Binance, but I do believe all exchange tokens are going to perform extremely well because the use case is just there. It's a no-brainer for people on that platform to buy these tokens in order to save on trading fees. So I like the volume that's coming in on Kucoin, and I believe that as soon as we break past the previous resistance in terms of Kucoin USDT, it's actually going to fly even higher. If we look at the Kucoin BTC comparison, this is what I actually really like to see. Very bullish. We've got a lot of volume after we broke out of this downwards trend line. A lot of volume here, and of course we're not like super early, but I believe this is pretty nice, and anticipate like 2x 3x at least from here in May, and possibly even higher as the bull run continues, because some coins are only available on Kucoin and you cannot buy those on Binance, especially lower cap gems. Next up, we've got Maker. Maker is basically the Federal Reserve of the cryptocurrency space. It's like the solid foundation behind the DAI stablecoin. People actually lock up different tokens in order to mint DAI, so you can lock up E for wrap BTC in order to mint DAI, and the DAI is like a debt token. And the whole decentralized autonomous organization Maker is actually powered by the Maker token. So yeah, you're basically investing into the Federal Reserve of the DeFi space by buying Maker. Now, of course, it's already at a pretty high price, but since DAI is one of the most popular decentralized stablecoins around, I think that the Maker platform and then the Maker token are going to perform really well. It just now recently broke above the previous resistance, which is now support in terms of BTC valuation. And then if we look at US dollar valuation, it's already printing new all-time highs. Maybe not something that you should FOMO in. Like with all the coins, don't FOMO into things. Make sure you've got a good profit risk ratio. If you're entering into a coin newly, make sure you've got your exits already in place by maybe looking at the Bitcoin dominance, or just like placing some arbitrary numbers if the price should reach those. Then we've got Luna. Luna is also really interesting. I'm going to make a video on Terra Luna soon. Very nice breakout of this downwards trend, a little bit more volume. I'd like to see a lot more, but this is interesting. We do have a few resistances it's going to have to break past, but the Terra Luna ecosystem looks very promising, and I think this is somewhat of a gem. Definitely a bit of a higher market cap, but I think it's still very promising. Last but not least, we've got Cardano BTC, and I really like this upwards trend. And I think like as soon as we break past this resistance, 2,444 sats, we're going to see new all-time highs in terms of BTC comparison. So this is looking very promising. The other great thing with Cardano is that the fundamentals are looking extremely juicy. There are a lot of new releases, software releases happening on the Cardano blockchain in the next few months. You've got the Alonso hard fork combinator, which will implement smart contracts, and then the races are on for the DeFi space to flourish on the Cardano blockchain. And I think that's just going to make the ADA price skyrocket to new highs. That's just going to be like the wildfire for the Cardano blockchain. That was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And like I said at the beginning, if this video receives 100 likes, I'll do another video looking at the top, or in my opinion, possibly the best performing altcoins with a market cap of less than $100 million. Definitely higher risk, but a lot of fun to do. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.